even physical. Nice. Gerard, what's up, buddy?
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Gonna head into the pits after that. It just popped Terror Zone. Finally got a Titans. Now the cows just melt. Turtle, what's up, buddy? Great marsh. Ugh. Well, at least got pits, though. Then I'll come back to cows. Tell you what, my Merc is pretty damn beefy for having just, like, not that great a gear. I mean, look what my Merc's wearing. I got a Tretch and a Mage Plate. An Insight. Now granted, the Insight's decent. I found an Ethereal Cryptic, so the damage on this is actually kind of crazy. And then he's just got a Bulwark. That's, I mean, this is not special gear, and he pretty much is in there. Tristan, what's up, buddy? But yeah, I finally got some Titans. They dropped off a Eldritch, yeah, Eldritch Terror Zone. I had an Arathi Terror Zone. and got 180s, which is okay. Not really mad. Doesn't really matter. I just want the plus skills. I did finally get a Shaco, another one. I had that ethereal one that broke. Still hustle. I think this is probably not going to change. We're still using Mav's belt. Just some really crappy boots and a spirit. The gear is still kind of whatever. No skillers yet. Some magic find charms. But we finally did get the Titans to drop, so I was about to give up on it and go play single player. I was so tired of not having the Titans. It's crazy. It's some bounties. Oh, what you mean? Like the old bounties we used to do? Hell, we don't have anything to give away. I did find I did get some other drops that are not useful for me. I hadn't even ID'd them yet. I found some steel wrens. I haven't ID'd them. I did find the ethereal reapers. Actually, I hadn't ID'd that either. The rune drops is where we're lacking. I was going to run some cows, see if we could get some rune drops, but we got pit terror zones, so I'll probably go run that. Yeah, those were pretty fun. Yeah, let's go run pits. So like, yeah, where are they at? What do I do with them? Oh, I got some steel wrens. Haven't ID'd them. Oh, I actually need to imbue that. We got the ethereal thresher. Hadn't ID'd that. I got those two pieces. Do I have an imbue on this one?
Good to see you.
Yeah, we got it. Let's imbue. I always like to use the white diadems to imbue. And garbage. I haven't gotten anything good from imbuing the diadems, but Tom, what's up, brother? Yeah, it's been a long time. What you been up to? Popping out more kids? I hear you, man. What's that? 3 or 4? Our third grandchild was born about a month ago now. Yeah, about right at about a month.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Dude, what are you doing up there? 4, yeah. What's up, Minnesota? You got family up there? Four, man. Nowadays, that's like a huge family. Man, that's a handful. You probably ain't got time for nothing. Transferred her. Was she from Minnesota? Sorry for your loss. He always takes a beating from these archers, though. Ooh, there we go. I've found like 3 fire sunders now. I already have that. I have the exact 86. I'm only picking up upgrades.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, she was down here visiting and that happened? That's horrible. Can, what's up, buddy?
I am overburdened.
Dang. Yeah. Been there, been through that, man. It's rough. Ooh, interesting. Ethereal? No. Yeah, you just never know when shit's gonna happen, man.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm actually doing some crafting for an amulet. Even though I prefer to make blood amulets. Yeah, it's crazy how much the Titans, just clear speed wise, just that upgrade is makes things fast.
can't carry anymore.
I might. We got like a week left until next week is I think it's next week. What's today? Yeah, so next week is the big update to PoE 2. So I'm probably going to be switching back to that just because it's supposed to be a huge update. So I might try to jump in on my single player stuff and see if I could check off a couple more items off of that. Why is he going after that one?
Thanks.
Where's the slow coming from? We gotta block her in.
I can't carry anymore.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's just not gonna win that fight with the slow. Cannot be frozen on my dude. Liam, I have no clue, man. They're supposed to be like they're supposed to drop a whole bunch of info. I forgot what day. Is it the 2nd? Might be even earlier than that. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of info dropping for that. I don't even know when. But they did announce 2 dates, like one for the big info dump and then the start date. So I'm sure we'll get like stash and all that kind of. I don't think they use like a moving method though. Like I think you just have all that shifted to a whole, like you create a whole new stash for the league, I think. I don't think anything technically has to be moved. Like between seasons, maybe that where it comes into play, but I think for the first one, since this is the first new season, that you don't have to actually do anything. There's no transferring. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. But next week's going to be kind of crazy because they got the early announcement info that's going to dump. And I know it doesn't pertain to most of you guys, but the Verdansk drop for Call of Duty for Warzone is next week as well. It's on the 2nd. And I will be participating in that. Like just playing it, just to see how it is. Because I played the original Verdansk so much. I really want to see how they're going to play out the new Verdansk. I don't really have my hopes up. I think it's going to be bad. But we shall see. I don't think it's going to be... I think it's going to end up being garbage. Because I think the gameplay is still going to be revolving around the current way the game is played. So I think it's just going to be a new map on the old system. A new map on the current system, and I don't think it's going to go well. But I'm going to try it. But I am looking forward to the PoE season because I'm going to play a Javazon. The new class that they're dropping is a spear-based character. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if you're going to be able to throw javelins. I don't know. It's a spear-based, so I'm assuming more like a Javazon, not technically a Javazon. Yeah, Liam, I know. I remember. Yeah, for sure.
Greetings.
But I'm going to try and recreate as close as possible to the D2 Javazon and see how that plays out. Because there is a lot of lightning-based stuff built within the PoE2 system. So I think it'd be kind of cool to try and recreate it. That I could believe, Liam, because, I mean, it's fairly graphics intensive, for sure. Like the Call of Duty stuff. At least he's using it with something that has some graphics intensity. Well, it's not even. It's just the gameplay. Like Call of Duty. Well, let me back up. Like the maps have not been great. Like the last couple have been desert-based maps, and they look kind of washed out. Like Verdansk at least had more vibrancy to it, but then they really screwed up the color pattern with Caldera, which was the next iteration. The color palette in that was atrocious. Everybody complained about the color in that. Then they dropped, I forget, the Al-Majra, maybe, I think was the third one, and it was just a desert scene, so it was not great. Then the fourth one was another desert. It was a desert. Yeah, it was more arid, put it that way. The colors weren't that great in that. Better than the third one. The third one was probably the worst map. But, I mean, the graphics do come into play. You know, if you could jack up all your settings, you could see people better. That does come into play for an FPS like that. If you're playing multiplayer, it doesn't matter. But I do get, if you have a really nice computer system, it does make a difference playing that style of game. Just because of visibility. But to me, like I feel like the graphics comes into play more if you're playing games like Elden Ring and stuff. Like Elden Ring, like single player, open world type of RPG type game like that, I can see where the graphics would make the game better to a degree, just visually. Like Black Myth or something, probably make a bigger deal. And if he's playing multiplayer, no, that don't matter at all. You can play multiplayer on a potato, man. The maps are small, the play areas are small. I mean, it's just the graphics don't matter.
I am overburdened.
Yeah. Yeah, and those are the types of games where you'd probably take in, like, even like, I would appreciate like really good graphics in like a survival style game like 7 Days that I play.
I can't carry anymore.
7 Days is okay graphics wise, but like that style of game where you're really into the environment and stuff, that I could see being a bigger deal.
am overburdened.
Yeah, you're not taking in the environment in a multiplayer match. And I like I mean, I like those to an extent. Like, I get bored quickly with the multiplayer. But I think, you know, it is the competitiveness of it. But I think a lot of people love the grind for whatever reason. Like, love grinding the camos and all that kind of stuff. That's definitely not me. I don't care for that.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
I love the competitive aspect to a degree, but multiplayer, there's something about just dying and resin, just coming back. That play style just gets kind of old pretty quick. I think that's why I gravitated towards like Warzone, because there was a lot more penalty for dying. Penalty in multiplayer for dying outside of affecting your KD doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm curious to see what Marvel's going to do for their next season. It's kind of funny though. We've gotten to where we started reporting Smurfs if it was obvious. Like, you don't always know, but sometimes it's pretty obvious when you hit a Smurf in a competitive match. So we started reporting them, and they've been banning them, which is crazy. If you not banning them, restricting them from competitive play. So it's kind of funny. They actually are fairly responsive to reporting. So that's actually a good thing. And you get a notification if you report somebody and they actually like do something, penalize them or whatever. You'll get a response saying, like, normally the response is like, this such and such person's been restricted from competitive play, that sort of thing. And we actually get some response to that pretty often. Like last night, we didn't play the night before. We played Sunday night, and we ended up reporting like half a dozen, 8, 10 people, quite a few. And they restricted 3 of them. So that's kind of crazy. No, Blizzard wouldn't do anything. Well, here's the thing. Even they might, but you'd never know about it. I just like the fact that you get a response back if they actually found something, right? If you report somebody for aimbotting or smurfing or throwing,
I am overburdened.
if they actually find that that's true and they actually penalize them, they will let you know. You'll get an email, in-game email, I guess, response saying such and such player's been restricted. I mean, and I think that's kind of cool. And it's also the fact that they don't. They're obviously, like, we reported like half a dozen, 8 maybe, and 3 of them came back with the response that they restricted them. So it's not like they were just. It doesn't feel willy-nilly that they're just whoever you report they automatically restrict them or don't. They seem to be putting some sort. They got some system in place to check. And their like replay system is, like, I think best in the gaming industry. I haven't seen anything better in their replay system. Like, any match you play, it goes into your history, and you could literally rewatch the entire match from any player's perspective that was in the match. You could go back in and watch it. So that system is crazy that they do that. So, I mean, obviously they can review players pretty easily. And I'm sure it's not manual. I would think, well, I don't know. They're in China. There might be they got a whole crew of people that they just pay to review reports. They might actually. But either way, they seem to be putting some thought into their judgment of reports. Ram, what's up, buddy? It could be AI. But it's funny because there's not a like if you look at their report system, they'll break it down by negative behavior, cheating, then it'd be like verbal abuse. They have multiple categories. There's not one for smurfing. But we would go under negative behavior. I forget what the subcategory, throwing maybe, and we'll just type in smurfing. So that's how we normally report it. So there's not technically a category for that, but like I said, we typically get responses back on a lot of the people that we report. So it could be AI. But it's interesting that
I am overburdened.
there's some nuance to it.
I am overburdened.
And we'll report people on our team. If we get a Smurf, we'll report them too. We don't we don't, you know, if we get an advantage because obviously we have a higher level character or person on our team that helps us win, but they're on a level 10 character, we'll report them too at the end of the match. Because I've actually received responses back on people that were on our team that we reported. But it's just it's something they have to address in a different way. So maybe that'll roll out in the next seasonal update. But yeah, we don't discriminate against Smurfs. In our favor, against us, we don't care. You're getting the report. I've been pretty good with my guessing today. What you talking about, Mike? Some guy, what's up, buddy? Tim, what's up, man? What's going on? And we're actually going to go hit some golf balls this weekend. My son's he's jonesing to play, and he's on me to get out there and hit some with him. So we're going to go this weekend and swing some clubs for the first time. And God, I couldn't even tell you last time. It's been at least 4 years since I swung golf clubs. So we're gonna go out there, go hit the sticks for a little bit. I'm worried about my hands though, and maybe this will help loosen me up a little bit. My hands get really stiff now. Part of that getting old thing. Yeah, at first, Tim, for sure. I'm going to hit the range first. And I'm more concerned with pulling muscles than golf balls. But, I mean, I need to get out there and be doing some I mean, because I love playing golf. I mean, I love the game. I just, it's just one of them things you get out of the habit of doing, and sometimes it's tough to get back in the habit. But this being able to play with my son now that he's actually gained an interest in it will be a lot of fun. But yeah, we will definitely be hitting some really bad shots. But yeah, I'm just more concerned that I'm going to pull something besides the ball.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, basically, Mike. I mean, 100%. I was trying to say that without saying that, so thanks. Speaking of which, yeah, it's about time for the grass to start getting cut, too. I was out there looking at it yesterday, and I was like, oh, here we go. Starting up already. Time to pull the mower out and clean it up and get it ready for the season. Oh, God. These archers going to be nasty.
Thanks.
Ah, we got him. Bob, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Mike, I don't know about that one. There's still... The last time it was cut, my neighbor on the other side cut their grass. He felt bad because their yard looked like such crap. So he went over there. He's got a riding mower, so it wasn't that big a deal for him to do it. He went over there and cut it. And that's how the season ended last year. Damn, Bob, you suck, man. The hell, 3 high runes. Get out of here. I'm still hunting for that first one. But yeah, it's about to start up. Pollen's about to start up. Pollen around here is horrendous first part of the season. The pine pollen, it literally... the pollen here gets so bad that there's literally a yellow haze at the height of it. It's like a smog effect of pollen when the pine pollen season's at its peak. Oh, yeah, doing that horking thing is fun. But I mean, I only got a week left in this season for me. Week and a half, because the PoE 2 stuff drops next week, next Friday. So I'll be back on that. So we'll see what we could pull. I might switch back though to my single player stuff, because I found Steel Wrens, but it's on multiplayer, so it doesn't. I don't count it towards my Grail. My Grail is single player only. Jeff, what's up, buddy? How you been doing, man? Where's he going? What's he doing?
Thanks.
I gotta block these ones in that he's trying to kill. I might have to run past this. I'd like for him to kill that boss, but
I am overburdened.
Thanks. Thanks.
only one left. Come here. She's gonna be annoying.
I can't
There we
carry
go.
anymore.
Body block them.
I am overburdened.
How's life treating you, Jeff? Don't need it. Blue, what's up, buddy? Decisions, man. So, well, the question is, can you, how well could you do doing what you really want to do? I mean, would you still make a decent living at it? And you could always chase the money first and then shift, maybe. You know, that's a whole, you know, family goals, all that kind of stuff, where you want to end up. It's a tough question. I get that for sure.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, Liam, I would, for the most part, agree with that. It depends on if you could take the money you get from doing like the less favorable job and kind of roll it over into allowing you to do what you really want to do.
Overburdened.
I mean, you could kind of tolerate things for a little bit, right? Kind of how it could potentially go. Man, we're getting some nasty archer packs this round. Well, that, literally, I was just about to say, it also depends on your situation, like,
Yes.
family situation, whether you're single, all that kind of stuff weighs in on, the trajectory. Yeah, see, I mean, he's 10 years from retirement, not that young. Well, and again, there's nuance to that, right? Like you go for the money, and then you could retire and just be more comfortable at the retirement age. Oh, really, Bob? I can kind of see it, man. You're up in Canada. Maybe chill a little bit during during the winter. I wouldn't want to even leave the house, dude. It's cold outside. I don't even want to set foot out.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Liam, it just might just be time for a shakeup. It's, people do it, but it's tough to stay in like one position, like in one place for like the entirety of your career. I mean, it's just sometimes it's just a good idea to just get back out and shake it up and get a new perspective. Don't get me wrong, people do. People stay like in the same place their whole career. Um, I just don't think it happens that much anymore. Like my father-in-law,
I can't
he worked for
carry.
Weyerhaeuser, which is a paper company. He worked for them his entire career. Like he retired um, with 40, I think 47 years with the company. You don't really see that much anymore. Dude, 47 years with one company is crazy. But to be
I
fair,
can't
that
carry.
was literally the only industry in their area. I mean, you either farmed or you worked for Weyerhaeuser or you worked for Tyson Food. That's like all that's in that area. So Weyerhaeuser has pension, and all that. So staying there was the play. But really think about it, like working in, he didn't really move up. He did to a degree as far as you can. Like he started as like a pipe fitter and eventually became like, I don't know, like a, not really, kind of maybe a project manager type position, but always in the same place. So, you know, Imagine like basically being in the
I am
same
overburdened.
business
I am
for 47
overburdened.
years. It's kind of crazy. Thanks, Tomac. We worked hard to get there. Yeah, Bob, for sure, man. There's trade-offs like in that kind of stuff. I mean, you just gotta, you know, do what best fits for you. Are they shutting the company down, some guy? That's kind of crazy. Starting in April, that's kind of a weird start time. Oh wait, weren't you doing a trade thing, Tomac? You were doing a trade thing. Never mind. That would make sense. Because you were doing like an intern slash what was it, like electrician? Is that what it was? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's different. When I hear school, I automatically go to the whole standard school year stuff. No, electricians do good. I mean, obviously you start at the bottom. You'll be a helper, then then you'll be a, you know they'll start giving you stuff to do on your own. Then eventually you know I think ideally you want to like eventually have your own business. In the trades, I mean, unless you're doing like industrial, like if you're working for like an industrial plant, that's kind of different. But like if you start working for like a big electrical company, you eventually end up wanting to move off into your own business. Yeah, electricians are. It's any of the trades right now are understaffed. Like any of them, HVAC is another big one. Plumbing, all of them. And they're just there's not enough of them to do the work. Not even close. Like we've dealt mainly with HVAC the last few years, and getting scheduled for an HVAC guy to come out to the house is crazy. Come on, dude, kill him quick. Now it's hard work. I mean, it can be tough on the body. It's not easy stuff for sure. Because you're going to be getting into those hot attics and under houses. You know, it's not the easiest stuff in the world.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
But I mean, we've talked about it before. I mean, the electricians I knew that worked for themselves, they all did really well. They all were comfortable. I mean, they had nice houses, they had the nicest trucks. They were doing well for themselves. And I'm talking like 1-2 man operations even. Um, they all did well. No, it can be. I mean, well, what's happening? There we go. Is it a startup kind of, Liam?
Hello.
No, I can see that, but I mean, just based off of background, you could probably slide into positions that are similar, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to technically get a job that would be like that exact skill set that you've been doing. I mean, with an engineering background, you can slide into other things, I would assume. If you really needed to. I mean, you're working, so you don't need to. So you can like be really picky. Yeah, I've been guessing every one of these right.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
So my mother went to stay with my sister starting yesterday. So we started in on our first new show. We started watching 1923. I don't know I kind of want to back up and maybe do Yellowstone first. I mean, I know they don't predicate on each other. Like, you don't need to have one storyline to follow the other, but I don't know. I kind of want to go back to the maybe 20 or to Yellowstone first.
I am overburdened.
Oh crap, it rolled over. Wasn't even paying attention to the time. Liam, what are you talking about? Binge Crunchyroll. Could be blue, because I mean, I just had that could not connect thing.
I am overburdened.
Well, you know, they had a big DDoS issue the other day, from what I understand. I don't know. I think it mainly affected the WoW servers, but I don't know if it was like more broad than that.
I can't carry anymore.
I thought you were literally talking about crunchy rolls from a sushi store, sushi restaurant. Oh, did it? I wasn't playing at the time that it apparently was happening. Dude, you're gonna have to put more into what when you whip something. Here was my thought process, Liam. I'm gonna eat crunchy rolls while I solo level. And you said for a month, and it was just not coming together. Some guy, that's what I'm thinking, man. I think I'm going to go back and start, or tonight probably, because I don't have Peacock, and that's where Yellowstone is. But I mean, I might flip it on just to start there. I don't know how much time I have. The original plan was my mother was going to stay for about a month with my sister. But the night before, Monday night, she was telling me, she's like, I don't really want to go. I'm like, so this trip might actually only last about a week. So I don't know. I have never gotten into anime. I just haven't. Of any sort. None of it. Like, people have made recommendations. I've maybe watched for like the first couple. I don't know. I can't get into a lot of it. Or any of it. It's just not my thing. Alright, so Pit. I can technically keep running Pit. I just won't get I won't get the Sunders. But I don't mind running Pit. I still haven't found a teleport staff or an Ondals. For real though, Tomac, now? You sure about that? You sure didn't start a little further back? What should I run? Should I go back to cows? Player 1 cows is very underwhelming. At least on single player, I could tune it up to, player 8 and at least get a lot of drops. But doing a solo self-found online and running cows is very underwhelming. There we go. At least be honest, man. I think I'd almost rather run bosses. I could technically run Bale. Maybe a little better. Mephisto out of the question. I hate running level 2. If I had a telly staff, I'd run Chaos. Just skip River. I guess we could do it though, because we don't have to repair. We'll run a little bit of Chaos. Oh, they're lightning immune out here? What the hell? I never noticed that. At least it's monster level 85 out here. I didn't realize those were lightning immune. They're not once you get inside Chaos. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Dennis, what's up, buddy? Tomac, don't be giving away all your secrets, man. See, in here they're cold. Block him in. No. Come on, dummy. Go on, kill him. There's a boss in there.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Blue, I couldn't tell you these days, man. Honestly, CB is going to be kind of more common just because, you know, you can only get max socket 4. Maybe if it was like Superior or something, it might be worth a little bit. I don't know if it's got a lot of value by itself. Chaos isn't too bad. I hate running river though. That's the only thing. Tomac, what are you doing? What are you even on about? I don't have enough points in this to even make this worth a flip. I don't know why I'm throwing it, but I guess a little bit of damage is better than nothing. You think he's bald? God, Dude, I couldn't even venture a guess, my guy. Yeah, right, Blue.
I can't carry anymore.
You know, the guy. The guy with the hair. Vine? No, not in a little bit. I heard from him a couple months ago. He usually checks in with me, because he's long haul driving now, right? He's long haul trucker, and like if he's coming into North Carolina, he will ask me if it's near me. Like he wants to meet up, and I think he's actually met up with a couple people that are in Discord. But usually he's not very close. Like one time he got to Greensboro, but it's still like a couple of hours from me. So every time he's in North Carolina or passing through, he'll reach out to see if he's passing near me at all. Ellie, that's my first skiller of the season.
I can't carry anymore.
No trucks coming. There still has to be some, right? You know, it's kind of died off, all the hubbub about the tariff stuff. I hadn't even heard anything here in the past week or two. Gee, short bows, anyone? That could have almost been interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's just it's always just jumping from one thing to another. What is it? Today it's the whole not email. What's the service they're using? The whole releasing the not releasing, but sharing their chat with a journalist. That's the noise today, or past couple of days at least. Signal, yeah, that's it. I never even heard of it.
I am overburdened.
That seems really weird, Liam. Why would they do that?
I can't carry
Maybe.
anymore.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Depends on which ones you're talking about. I'm talking specifically Canada. And that would affect construction. Honestly, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. Why would they build a library like that?
I am overburdened.
You would think though that they would like, I guess when they determined the borders at the time, they would have put it on one side or considered it part of one side or the other, not split. That's just weird. Oh wow, my merc got smoked. Oh, that would explain it.
I can't carry anymore.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah. The one thing that's craziest to me is this whole movement to have people sell their Teslas. That one has just like, I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't understand what the point is and what they're trying to accomplish with it. It's really bizarre to me, and I can't, for the life of me,
Hail to you, champion.
the minds, the what they're trying to get out of that's just weird. Because you see all this stuff about you need to sell your Tesla. So who are you going to sell it to? It's not like Tesla is going to buy them back. So if you sell it to another person, does then that person have to sell it? What's the argument there? I don't understand that. I mean, to a degree, I at least understand the protests in front of the dealerships, right? Because it's just something against Elon. But all the vandalism for the personally owned Teslas and all that stuff is just, I can't wrap my mind around what the thinking is there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least protesting the dealerships makes more sense. Well, yeah, Dave, that's for sure. But like, you know, because there's a lot of it happening. Like, these people are vandalizing personal vehicles of just private citizens that happen to own a Tesla. And there's a lot of it going on. And I just want to like ask that person, like, what do they think, like, screwing up somebody's car, like, what they get from that. Oh no, I get that, Blue, 100%. That does happen. It's just a bad look on it, you know, on anybody involved in it. It's just I don't know. I at least somewhat understand it, even though a lot of that stuff's going too far, because, you know, there's been a lot of vandalism and stuff to the dealerships and whatnot. I'm more talking like just the individual people that own Teslas. I can't for the life of me understand the point of it. I mean, what's the thinking in place that you get mad at a person that happens to own one? Because like around here, I see them everywhere. For the like, I think we even talked about it on stream. I think in the last 2 years, that like I feel like the Tesla ownership has gone way up. I see them everywhere now, and they used to be like, oh look, cool, there's a Tesla, and like just in the last 2-3 years, it seems like they're everywhere. I see them everywhere. You don't even think about it. You see them, it's like seeing a Toyota at this point. But then just people just getting so bad out of shape and messing people's cars up. I mean, and it's just not just the monetary value of the damage that's done, right? You know, that being part of it, but like, if you have that happen to you, I mean, it's a lot of headache to deal with insurance, to get the car and get it fixed or repaired. You know, it's just there's so much hidden cost to the person that just happened to own the car. It's wild. They are. That's the thing, man. You don't know who owns that car. You don't. You have no clue who owns that car. I don't know. It just blows my mind because there's just like, just every day there's more and more of where you see somebody's car got keyed just because it's a Tesla, and there might be circumstances where it actually might not be the case. But let's be honest. If your car got keyed and it's a Tesla right now, it's probably because of some unhinged lunatic thought they were making some kind of statement against who, I don't know. And it's not a good look. It just I don't know. If you're trying to make a point for your side, this kind of stuff just doesn't look good. It doesn't. I mean, it's like the whole what's his name, Tim Walz. You know, he got in a little hubbub about making a statement about, you know, finding it funny watching the Tesla stock go down. Then it turns out that their state pension is like at least somewhat invested in Tesla, so it's like cut off your nose to spite your face type of thing. It's just crazy.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Oh, nice. Enjoy your PS5, Lyndon. Happy birthday. I'd be curious to see those numbers, Tomac, to see how it's actually split. People are... He did not. No way. Oh, the people are aroused. There's no shot. that's just, oh, that's just comical, man. That's pretty funny, Blue. I'm gonna have to look at. Is that recently? I don't know, man. And I get there's legitimate gripes, regardless of which side of the aisle you stand on. But there's so much just noise. It just doesn't actually really mean anything. Yeah, right. That's that's just funny to me.
I can't carry anymore.
I've always been an Xbox person, but I always said that if I got another console, I'd probably get it like a PlayStation, just to mix it up. See, the thing was when I got my Xbox, or which one I get, just 360. I don't even remember now which one it was. Like that was kind of in the heyday of like the place or the Sony hacks, where Sony was getting like all the like the player information was getting stolen. That kind of stuff was happening. Yeah, yeah, definitely don't let him play GTA. At least for a little while. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I haven't heard a lot out of Xbox lately. But I don't know. I'm too old for console. I mean, that pretty much give PlayStation a monopoly, though. And it used to be pretty split. I feel like at some point Xbox probably had at least a slight majority share, didn't they? Back in 360 days, at least. I feel like Xbox probably had a majority share, and it sounds like it's really severely flipped. I don't know how. I don't think Assassin's Creed's doing that great. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near making budget, or making at least the investment back. What was that like after Xbox 360 was one? Xbox One? Was that the next one? You sure? Did they put any numbers out? Because they had to do at least. I was trying to remember if it was 10 million or 3 million copies to break even. That's kind of messed up, Dave. Where are you seeing the player count numbers though? Because Steam is like maybe a tenth, because Ubisoft has its own launcher, right? Were they maybe extrapolating from like Steam? Maybe. I don't think you could see like the launcher concurrent players. Is it going to at least break even? Because I don't remember if the number was 3 million or 10 million copies to break even. Y'all happen to know how much that game's selling? Is it a $70 game?
I am overburdened.
I have to look. I hadn't seen. Hey, a pool room. First one of those. Not a high room, but we'll take it. There we go. Wait, did I miss a... Did I miss a seal? Thought I hit them all. Well, that's true. If they're reporting them, then they're happy with it. Oh, did I not get deceased? No, I didn't.
I am overburdened.
Wonder if it's enough, even if it does well. Do you think it's enough to save Ubisoft? Because you know they were launching internal investigation into the CEO and the board or whatever. I mean, they really needed this game to do well because Star Wars Outlaws did so bad that, I mean, I think there's reported they lost hundreds of millions on that game. Well, I don't think they have anything in the pipeline, though. Like, last year was supposed to be Outlaws for them, and then this year was, well, technically, Assassin's Creed was originally supposed to launch in, like, December, I think. Uh-oh. Yep. We getting some DDoS love? That's I don't think they have anything in the pipe. I did see something that was interesting was some of the original Blizzard people have their own studio and they're starting to show some of the games. It was a little cartoony, but the concept sounded really neat. I saw it yesterday, and oh no, and it's a space. I don't even know. It's like almost like a space Sea of Thieves type of game, but you're supposed to be like a match. Is supposed to be 5 ships with crews of 4, and I think the goal, it almost sounds like a weird BR type of thing, where you gather resources to upgrade and modify your ship and it's like a free for all where you could attack anybody at any time. You could like try to take over their shit. There's like all kind of nuances to that. It sounds kind of like Sea of Thieves. And to win, you have to get some sort of magic orb and escape the field. It was a little cartoony looking, but it was kind of cool in that like your crew of 4, like each person during like fights would like be in different battle stations within the ship, and you had to repel boarders or shoot the other ship, and there's like a lot of different layers to it. It was an interesting concept for sure. But it was from this is not good. Are they getting DDoSed again? Yeah, that's for sure, Liam. I mean, it sometimes works. If Assassin's Creed Shadows is doing well, then that kind of still, like, that's the same IP, right? Is anybody in that's been trying to get into the game? Okay, so we get in there. Do I need to go in? Do I need to... Oh, jeez. We got problems, boys. That's why, yeah, some guys, that's what I was about to do, is just try and create a game and do it that way. That's what I was talking about. They're cheapening down the servers. Don't leave your games if you're in it. In one. Oh. That's not cool. Do we have any ping issues? Oh wait, it's FPS. That ping's a little higher than it normally is. But not bad. 60 some. I'm usually in like 20-30 range. Huh. Oh, it's getting higher. Interesting. We have the makings of a DDoS going on. I can't walk through there now. Come on, dude. They're blocking the way. You got to get in there. Can we get... Nope. Gotta go this way. Where's my merc at? Why is he over there?
Thanks.
Oh, don't give me. He says some stupid stuff on Twitter.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, Dennis, for sure. Dude, even if they were able to launch something, though, we wouldn't be alive by the time the ships got there, I don't think. What's travel time to Mars? Maybe they would make it. I'm pretty sure it's measured in years, though, right? I mean, they've had, like, the Mars rover and all that stuff happen. But what was travel time, like 4 or 5 years, maybe? I think, maybe, yeah, I take that back. Maybe we would see it. Is that all? I thought it was measured in years. Maybe I'm thinking of the ones that got out to, like, Jupiter and Saturn.
I am overburdened.
It'd be cool to
I am
see.
overburdened.
I mean to be honest, I think it could happen, but I think because I think the goal is to try and get something set up on the moon first, right? Because that would be the first test. You just don't go straight to Mars. I mean, if you could do it on the moon, at least some sort of functioning base, then go from there. Oh crap! It's physical immune.
Thanks.
Oh shoot. Yeah, Blue, that's probably true. I mean, because they use that to an extent to get to the moon or back from the moon. Wasn't that like the slingshot effect they used? Maybe coming back? Or it might be both directions.
do you need?
Hello.
I'm basing all my experience off of the Apollo 13 movie. Can he kill it? He's slowly killing it.
Thanks. Thanks.
But I mean, we can't do anything if we can't kill it.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay. Give me at least a charm worth that time. Nope. But I feel like he said something about like doing a base on Mars. Am I wrong? I mean on the moon. Am I wrong about that? I feel like that was at least mentioned at some point in the conversation. Dude, where are you going? Gotta get a light center, at least help out on this stuff. You gonna try making it? Is that what you're saying, some guy? It seemed like that was a conversation, right? Because Jerry was saying something about how easy it is to make.
I can't carry anymore.
Ah, interesting. I remember some conversation around it. I just don't remember the specifics of it. Would y'all take that chance? If you all like a lot younger, would you take the chance and go?
Carry anymore.
I'm kind of on the fence on it. I would like to say when I was younger, I would have probably been all for it. Like as I'm older, I'm more of a creature of comfort. Miso. Some guy I could try and get. Well, no, she's not here. I was about to say I could get my mother's recipe. Her kimchi was really good, but I don't remember what all she put in it. She might still remember. I don't know. I saw an article. When was that? A couple days ago, yesterday, the day before, about the positive, like the beneficial effects of those three things they use, and it pertained to your gut health and how it affects your mental health. And it's talking about how miso, it was these three things. It was miso, the kimchi, and like probiotic yogurt were like the three beneficial foods that actually improve your mental health. And I'd seen some stuff about it before, where like that does translate. Like if your gut's healthy, your mind is, can be healthier. So I'm doing 2 out of 3. Technically, I do eat yogurt sometimes. I might actually be 3 for 3. Thought it was an interesting article.
am overburdened.
Yeah, Liam, I think the article touched on that as well. I mean, and not as necessarily like a cure, obviously, but I mean, all those things and like roll together and everything else that you could do are definitely helpful.
I am overburdened.
But the link between gut health and like your mental health is like pretty much linked at this point. I don't think there's a question about it. Omega-3. What's the natural source for that? Is it omega-3 like fish? I don't remember.
Not even death can save you from me.
I mean, there's a lot to be said about how the U.S.'s food is actually really bad. I mean, I am like all in on this whole like making the foods healthier for sure. I'm actually going to plan. I'm thinking about putting out a gardening box for my mother while she's gone, and like when she gets back, she'll have a gardening box to play with. 'Cause she always loved doing like growing her own stuff. Dude, I'm not even sure because the egg prices have been going down here. I don't know where the supply's catching up. I don't know the sourcing of it because I see stories about was it like Sweden and somebody else refused to give us eggs or something like that. But like our egg prices have been going down. Yeah, well, it was pertaining to the bird flu stuff where they killed off like 150 million domestic chickens. That was like the main source, the main problem from it was like you couldn't get them because I mean the hen stock was way down. I don't know if it's caught up or if it was overblown. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know about that, Liam. I eat eggs every day. That's my breakfast, literally. 2 eggs. So I don't that doesn't see unless there's something new going on that I'm not aware of. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I mean, they were pushing that whole egg shortage thing like a couple months back. It could be. I don't know. I mean, all I can tell you is there's plenty here. Yeah, and I mean, you don't see it on the news either as far as like the prices. Like the prices have been going down on the eggs. Yeah, Liam, I don't know, man. I think that's just stupid media stuff playing games. I mean, there might be like it's like a half truth maybe. Um, but people are screaming about that, but dude, the prices are going down. Like some guys saying, it feel like they're getting pretty close back down to normal. So I don't know. I just don't trust 90% of the stuff out there, because there's going to be a bias on the story, one direction or other. I mean, because the thing that's being touted right now, you see a lot of streamers that have been sponsored by, I forget the name of it. It's some news. What's the right word? Not conglomerate. It pulls news sources, measures the bias on the source, and like if it's, and it will based off of the biases say who's reporting a story more than the other, depending on what the story. Ground news, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, in fact, I know that's it. And the fact that you have to chart that out tells me that just everything has a slant to it. There's just nothing out there that's real. NVIDIA eggs. So I don't know. I mean, you could take footage and spin the story around it as much as you want. It's just, I don't know. And again, it could be regional. We're definitely not seeing it. Yeah. Oh, look, chaos. Yeah. No, I get that, Blue. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's been like that for a long time. It's just, I think it's exponentially worse. It's so much worse now.
I am overburdened.
I honestly don't think there's a true like news source for the most part. Everything plays a slant. Personal opinions get into every story now. I mean, you could just see it in the writing a lot of times. Yeah, I don't know, Liam. I definitely am not seeing it here, for sure. And again, like I said, our like the egg prices here have gone down, and they were getting kind of crazy. They were up to like $7, $8 a dozen, maybe more than that, and it's like nowhere near that now. At its peak. Come on. Let me just get into chaos. I'm gonna get trapped. Where's my merc? Oh, he's dead. Oh, my God. What's that even mean, though, Blue? What's that actually even mean? I should have just left when I got trapped. I mean, I think there's ways to do it, but I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's pretty difficult to keep your own personal biases out of any story that you write. Just got to be cognizant of it and try at least maybe to not be that way, but I don't necessarily think that's possible. Which is fair, but I mean, I think like under the bigger news organizations, there's obviously the editors and like the upper management that may want stuff to lean one way or the other. And I think that's just gotten so bad that it's, I mean, at least be honest about it. And some don't hide it, obviously. Like Fox and MSNBC, they're like the cornerstones of like the left and right media slant.
I am overburdened.
But it's the ones like CNN that try to say that they're objective, but they're not. Yeah, Dennis, I wouldn't disagree with that. I always classify myself personally as like fiscally conservative and like socially liberal. But I mean, I don't know. You see a lot of crazy stuff, and it tends to shift your own personal opinions, and which is probably kind of the point of some of that stuff that's out there. But I don't know. I feel like there's just too much crazy stuff going on these days, just in general. Everybody's so, well, I can't say that. There's a lot. I think there's a lot more at the polar opposites, like the extreme left and right. I think there's more people in those points now than there were before. I think majority of people still more center, whether you're leaning left or right, but more center. But it's almost like the ends are bigger now.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, that's true for sure, Liam. 100%. At least there's the ability for both sides to speak, regardless how inflammatory or bad it gets. And that, honestly, that shouldn't change. It's just, I think it is a problem that there are more people like gravitating towards the extremes. That's not going to end well. And I kind of have to, like, remind my wife that, that most people still, even though there are more on the ends, most people are still in the center and are reasonable. It's just like just with the way social media is, yeah, crappy one. Those voices are just the loudest. You just hear them more. That's why I've started staying off Twitter. I can't take it. Twitter is a hellscape.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest problem is when the damn politicians are just repeating this nonsense that they see on social media. It just gets wild. There was a crazy one I saw the other day. Who was a politician that's... It was a politician, I want to say, that said it. Was it a politician? There was somebody that said something to the effect of... Oh, wait, no, never mind. It was Rosie O'Donnell. She was saying it on an interview, basically stating that Elon owns and runs the internet. And I'm like... And she was, like, proposing that there was actually election fraud. That's how Trump won all the swing states, was because Elon owned and controlled the internet. Literally said that on an interview with somebody at the BBC, I think. Or no, she's in Ireland. I don't think it was BBC. It was some show in Ireland. It was like Today's Show version in Ireland, something like that. But it's just stuff like that with anybody that has like a sizable following. It's just wild.
Thanks.
Like the lack of intelligence in those kind of statements. It's just crazy. No, Liam, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know. Just wild statements like that just make my eyes. I start rolling my eyes to the point where they hurt. Well, this is not even clicks though, Dennis. This was on TV. This was on a TV interview. So it's not even just for. I honestly think she believes that Elon Musk somehow defrauded the election and that's the reason why Trump won all the swing states. She made that. She implicitly made that reference. Well, let me take it back. She did. No, she did. She said it's kind of funny. I think it should be investigated. That's just a weird thing to say. Oh, IT crowd. I feel like somebody was saying I needed to watch that. Oh wait, is the IT crowd? Isn't that like a YouTube skit thing, or is that an actual show? I feel like I might have even seen that. Interesting. Might have to check it out. I got a lot on the watch list and not a lot of time to shove it all in. I mean, but she still has a reasonably sized following, at least. I think a lot of people do look at her these days and think she's just like kind of batshit crazy. But I mean, back in her heyday, I like Rosie O'Donnell when she had her own talk show. She was doing movies and stuff. I thought she was a funny person. I mean, I think when she got to the views, when she I don't know, started getting a little schizo or something. Something's going on with her.
Thanks.
But she's looking a little rough too, man. When I first saw the video clip of her doing that interview, I actually thought, this is not even exaggeration, I just glancing at the video, and I thought it was Steve Bannon. I didn't even realize it was her until I clicked on it. I was like, damn, that's Rosie?
I am overburdened.
Blue. I think she has a lot of personal stuff going on, and on top of just because I mean I feel like wasn't it a thing where she was having a lot of like issues with her kids and stuff.
I am overburdened.
I gotta be honest, all that stuff about Greenland and 51st state of Canada and all that, I think it's just a distraction tactic, honestly. I think he uses it as a tactic to make people mad about something else while he does something here. Honestly, I think it's literally all distraction. Yeah, Blue. It's kind of that like feeling like it's you have the moral high ground type of thing. You know what I mean? But it comes across, yeah, as holier than thou. It does, and it just turns people off. And I think it just got to the point where people are just like, enough's enough type of situation. And what's funny is, I mean, that's not even my like opinion. Like I picked it up where I heard it, and I just agreed with it. It's like, and the thing is, it like came from Bill Maher, and I mean, I always considered him a left guy, but he says that all the time. It's just like they just don't understand that like that position it's just like gotten to where people just are not, just don't want to hear it. You know, just people take it as just being talked down to. Well, that's what I mean, Dennis. I think just in general, just people in general, it don't matter who they are. It's just they're tired of hearing a lot of it. I am.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Not even death can save you from me.
Just check and see if that's ethereal. Yeah, Dennis. Were you talking about the GameStop one?
Hail to you, champion.
And again, I mean, I just have to remind my wife. She gets kind of worked up about a lot of this stuff. It's just most people are reasonable. I honestly, I have conversations with people that are on like both sides. I have good friends on both sides. We have good conversations. I mean, seriously, it's not. it's not as divisive, I think, as the extremes want to make it sound like it is. But it's just not. Like one of my best friends, he lives up in Maryland. It's the Marine guy that I've mentioned before, former Marine. His wife, I don't know if she's still doing it now because it changes every election. She was a congressional aide for one of the top Democrats. I don't remember which one it was, but she did it for years. I honestly, I don't know if she's still doing it. I hadn't talked to him probably in a little bit, but we get along fine, and we have disagreements, and we just talk and share each other's viewpoints. But I mean, it doesn't get nasty. It doesn't get angry. We just don't agree on stuff. But I feel like that's how most people are. No, that's just, and that's why, they talk about the pendulum effect, but I mean that's true. I mean it does. It just swings. About every other election cycle, it swings the other direction. It just does. I mean, it's been doing that for forever.
I can't carry anymore.
Thanks.
Tomac, I mean, that's not. It's actually bad. I forget what the, because I know the birth rate's kind of replacement rate is pretty negative. I'd never say that needs to be mandated, but there should be more. There should be definitely more talk about having families, for sure. Like my wife and I, we contributed to that negative rate. We only had one child, but my son's making up for it. And honestly, they've had their third, and I think they want to go for more. Yeah, Blue, it is, because, I mean, it's been going for a while, right? It's just getting worse. And there's always the argument about contributing factors that make that happen. I mean, and they're probably all right to an extent. To a degree. There are probably a lot of things that come into play for that. But, I mean, it's definitely something that probably needs to be reversed before get to that breaking point. See you, Blue. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, Liam. Like I was saying, there's a lot of contributing stuff to that, but it's definitely it's. I almost feel like it's more social, and I haven't done the research to back this up, but it does seem like the poorer countries tend to have more children, though, right? I mean, somebody could probably fact check me on that, but it seems like the more developed a country gets, the more the decline becomes. because I mean, like especially like the, you know, even and it's not a Western thing because the Korea, Japan, all of them are having problems with this right now.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, it's really pronounced in Japan. I mean, it's a major issue there.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, for sure, some guy. I'll definitely get it for you, man. Because my mother was talking about wanting to make it again. Because I mean, ever since we found some at that Japanese store, I mean, I get it every time we go because it's awesome. I love kimchi. I could eat it every night. But like I said, she just went to my sister's. But I'll definitely get it from her when she gets back.
Thanks. Thanks.
Here we go with the Fizzamune again. Oh shoot! I was gonna hit him with a potion. And from what I understand, some guy, it's pretty simple. She used to make it pretty quick. Yeah, Liam, for sure. But I mean, it is definitely a trend. I mean, if you look at it, it's just like the more developed the country is, the more severe their birth rate decline becomes.
Thanks.
It's kind of weird.
Thanks.
This is like 2 or 3 in a row now where this dude's been physical immune and lightning. See you, some guy. Have a good one, buddy.
Thanks.
Must be getting close to dinner time.
Thanks.
Alright, we don't have to deal with all this stuff. Well, that's just kind of... I think that's like any cross culture. I mean... I mean, there's a lot of red-blooded American men that like Asian chicks. So, I mean, it goes both ways. It's whatever is less common where you live. Whatever is stand out.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't think it's as extreme as you might think, Liam. I don't think it's as bad as you think. I mean, it's another one of those viewpoints where it's mostly more traditional, like the old school, older generation Japanese. Like, I think, like, more the younger generation, it's nowhere near like that. Hey, Mehmet, what's up, buddy? Because, I mean, I think stuff like that's just always going to be more generational.
overburdened.
I don't doubt it, Dennis. I mean, again, it's like if something you just rarely see or don't see at all, like, it's obviously going to be an attraction to it. As far as like company makeup with the, yeah, that part I don't really know. Wait, what was that? Oh, I saw Telly. That would definitely fall under extra weird for sure. Well, that kind of stuff, Liam. I mean, there are definitely different cultural norms that people would not realize how they do things like that. Got a facet, garbage one. We got a facet.
Good day.
Well, it's considered respectful and part of their, you know, because people talk about how polite Japan is or Japanese are. I mean, that's kind of built into that. Like, it's all about respect. So yeah, I could definitely see that being part of it. No, I get what you're saying, but see, it's just a cultural norm that you might think extreme, but is pretty standard stuff in Japan. It's just how it's just how cultures are different, man. They see that as pretty standard stuff. You would find it extreme, but to them, that's just how how they expect people to be.
I can't carry anymore.
Me, Jerry, I would go back to Okinawa in a heartbeat. Now, to be fair, I haven't experienced a lot of places. Yeah, this is just based off what I've experienced. I would live in Okinawa in a heartbeat, and my wife has even said as much. She loves it there. But again, I haven't, experienced like any of Europe. I've never been to Europe at all. Um, so, you know, I can't base it off of that. Now, there's a lot of places I'd love to visit. Um, like Scotland's on my bucket list, just because technically I have family heritage there. I'd love to go to New Zealand, Australia. Um, there's a lot of places I'd love to go. But if I was just to base it off of where I have been, definitely um, Okinawa. I've been, well, I say I've been to Canada, but I've only been to like the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls. So, I mean, but like there's beautiful country that I've at least seen, like the central part, like Alberta, that I'd love to see. Um, so I mean, yeah, there's parts of Canada that are on my bucket list. But for me, it'd be like I'm not about big cities. I'm more, if anything, I'd be like on the more of the nature side of it. And Canada has like just beautiful country that I'd love to, you know, explore. Like I could care less about cities. I don't care if I ever see or go to certain cities. Um, that's not like that doesn't interest me at all.
I can't carry anymore.
Banff. Where's Banff? I don't recognize it. No, Dennis, I mean, I going to places like that aspect, the political aspect, it doesn't come into play for me. Like, I'd still go to Australia. I'd still go to New Zealand. I don't care what their politics are. I'm not going there to live. I'm just going there to visit. Greece. I'd love to see Greece. That's like on the list. Um, I, Rome. Like even though we're talking cities, like the historical aspects of those places would be really cool to see. Germany. Germany's just because like Germany, my dad loved Germany. He loved being in Germany. He was stationed there for a little while. Um, so definitely places in Germany I'd love to go visit. Um, South Africa? Well, not really, just because there's nothing like pertaining to South Africa that's like struck me as wanting to see. All right, let's Google Banff. Oh, it's in Alberta. Okay. Yeah, see, like this, I'd go there in a heartbeat. I mean, just like scenery like that's just crazy. I'd love to see it. All right, this site's kind of weird. Yeah, I like this. Banff National Park. See this? I would love to see this. This interests me more than just like the like cities. I mean, I like I say that, but I would love like historical places would be really interesting to me. But just go to a city to experience a city is like not on my list. Yeah, see, that would scratch it off the list for my wife, Liam. she's not going anywhere there's like she can't have availability to AC. Because it's kind of funny. Like it was a thing. Like we didn't ask for it, but like when we go to Okinawa, like we always stay with family. They set up a room for us to stay in that has a window unit AC. They don't normally live in AC. Like that's not part of their. And it gets hot in Okinawa. But when we go to visit, they have a room that they set up that has AC. But yeah, my wife wouldn't survive if there wasn't AC. She's hot natured, just in general. And to not have AC in the summer would drive her insane. We would have to visit places like that in off season, like winter months or something.
I can't carry anymore.
That's the other thing. There's so much AI generated fake stuff out there. And some of it's pretty good. And it's so hard to differentiate between a lot of these stories that just turn up to not be real. It's crazy. I haven't seen what you're talking about, Dennis. I'll have to look.
I am overburdened.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely places I still want to see. Jerry, have you been to New Zealand? Like New Zealand is probably, I'd say top 3 places to visit that I haven't been to. Like I don't know. I'd probably put Scotland number one. Just because, like saying, I have like family ties to Scotland. So there's that as part of it. And I mean, I've seen stuff. And Scotland would be interesting for sure. But like just overall, like seeing, just like New Zealand just looks interesting to me. Buddy of mine went there for his honeymoon. He said it was incredible. he said it was amazing. But to be fair, he was a computer nerd. I worked with him, and at the last place I worked, and they went and stayed at the Hobbit place. So there was that part involved. Korea, I would put on the list just to see. I've been to the airport. That's about it. I've been to the Seoul airport. That's as much as I've seen of Korea. That's interesting, Liam. Singapore, yeah, that would be on my
I can't
list.
carry anymore. I am overburdened.
I know somebody that just got back from the Antarctic. Somebody else that I work. Oh crap! Somebody else I work with. It's like I hadn't talked to them in a long time, but they posted pictures where they just got back from the Antarctic. I was like, that's an interesting trip. Yeah, Germany is too. Yeah, Germany. Probably not top five, but it's. I would definitely want to see it. Look, Fizzimune again, another one. Stone Skin too? Yeah, of course he is. Is he healing? Keep the poison on him. No, what are you walking away for? I guess I don't have to mess with it. It's not a seal boss. We can just move away. I mean, I'd love to see the pyramids. I'd go to Giza to see the pyramids. Romania, that's interesting. Any of you guys been to like more of the old school Eastern Bloc countries? to visit.
Thanks.
Oh, come on. Ooh, a ring. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. I got a wisp already. I already had a wisp projector drop.
Not even death can save you from me.
Well, I don't need him for the killing Diablo. Oh, geez, around the time of the Arab Spring, yeah, that would not have been a good time to go. Wild times, I think, then.
What do you need?
I don't know how it is now. I don't think it's anywhere near as bad now. Really, Mehmet? Well, Mehmet, you're in Europe, though, right? What's up, Tommy? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a little easier trip for you. Buddy of mine, he went to, I want to say, Belarus recently, like in the last 5 months. His wife's from Belarus, and her mother was in bad shape, so they all went over there. Man, they had to jump through some hoops to get there. Jerry, honestly, I would too, man. Here's what's funny. Like, I was just curious. So, and you could go on to Google Earth. I don't know how recent the photos would be, but I did like Street View in Moscow, and I don't, and it's probably just like maybe propaganda. I don't even know how you want to explain it. I expected Moscow to be like dingy and drab and, you know, just in my head. But I went on Google Earth and just was like cruising through the streets. It's a beautiful city. Russian driving videos. It's a beautiful city, and just I mean it's y'all do it. I mean if you think about it. Oh, so you've been there, Jerry? Okay. I just went on Google Earth and was just maneuvering through, parts of Moscow, and it's actually a very clean, beautiful city. Tommy, we're doing okay. I finally got my Titans to drop, not ethereal. We did get a Shaco to drop as well, so I got my Monarch. I'm still running Hustle, but I don't know that I'll change that. I need an Amulet. I got a Raven and a Nagel now. I need boots, and I'm running Chanseys. No skillers yet, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So I mean, it's one of them things, man. Everybody gets propagandized to an extent, um, and that's kind of how I had it in my head. Yeah, I found a wisp.
Hello.
I think there's still a travel ban in place for Russia, isn't there? Because of the war stuff. Yeah, like even my buddy going to Belarus again, they had to jump through some hoops to get there. In fact, I think one of their stops was in Turkey. Yeah, actually got there decently quick.
I can't carry anymore.
Thanks.
No, Jerry, I actually haven't. Is that the name of the channel, Bald and Bankrupt? Hold on, wait, hold on though. Hold on. Let me type it in. Cause I have stumbled across some of those. And I don't remember the channel names though. No, never mind. Yeah, I've seen that guy. Never mind. I haven't watched much of his stuff, but I've definitely watched a couple of his videos. Yeah, never mind. It's funny how that works, isn't it, Jerry? Because they'll put it on recommended. I don't know if Jerry. I don't know if it's necessarily algo or like shared interest. Like you still got to click on it to get it written into your algorithm, right? And maybe like watch, because I'll click on. I've watched. There was a different travel channel where the guy was going through like a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, like traveling through like Afghanistan and not Syria. He didn't go through Syria, but Iraq, stuff like that. So I do like get into watching some of those. And I think watch drives the algorithm. So it's not necessarily, it's like more like interested in similar things. Yeah, maybe more that. Like I'll go down the most random rabbit holes on like YouTube and stuff. And it's funny how it'll, like, if you don't click on certain things for a little while, it feeds it right back out of your algorithm as well. Because I mean, there was a while there where I watched a lot of like these different fishing channels and stuff, and I just hadn't checked them out in a while. So now I get no recommendations for any like the fishing channels. And the same with like right now, like I love watching the different YouTube golf guys, golf channels. So I keep getting fed more and more of that. And if I stop watching, you know, stop clicking on them, you know, it'll feed out. Jared, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it. Like I was talking about like my son is really, you know, I'd mentioned it before. Like he's diving into golf now, so we're actually going to be going to hit some balls this weekend. Jerry, but that's the thing, dude. I would probably click on it at least once, just randomly. The same type of thing, right? Like I clicked on some random video the other day, like they were like making this really high-end candy by hand. It's just stuff like that, dude. Jerry, that's exactly. Somebody said something about pulling them golf balls. I'm like, I'm more worried about pulling something else. We'll definitely be taking the CBD cream with us. Because honestly, I'm probably more worried about my hands. Because my hands, you know, they're not like they used to be. But yeah, we're gonna hit some. He's gonna let me know what day, but he asked me last night if I wanted to go, and I do. I mean, I watch all these golf videos, and it gets kind of the juices flowing a little bit. And but now that my son's getting into it, you know, it'd be kind of cool. Follow him through his learning journey. Dude, turn around. Where are you going?
I am overburdened.
We're gonna go to the range first, and probably then play around, maybe next day. I'm definitely gonna go warm up, but you know, I used to make the mistake, especially like if you hadn't played for a while, hitting too many balls on a range, and potentially getting some blisters and whatnot. Then the round is just not enjoyable. Maybe even like maybe there's a really nice little par 3 course near here. Maybe even start there before going out and swinging the big dog. Those are really cool. I've hit one of those once, hitting the Sims. Those things, and it's been a while, and I know the tech's like a lot better now, even. But yeah, during the winter time, it's probably about all you can do. There's nothing that replaces getting in the cart and just riding, though. That's part of the experience, man. Just spending time out. sitting in a cart with somebody for 4 hours, you end up talking about a lot of stuff. Ormus. Alright, what kind of Ormus we going to get? I think it's going to be a good one. I think we're going to get like, I think maybe like even like a fireball one. Uh-oh. Blizzard. Told you. The damage is roll crap. At least cold was the highest damage roll. The Blizzard Ormus. It's nice. And a Grand Charm. I didn't even see that.
Anymore.
That's cool. Drops are starting to happen a little bit. It's funny how it happened after the Terror Zone ended. Just for the plus damage, Jerry? Well, I mean, obviously. Pathless, I don't know if I'm going to get that far, to be honest with you. We got about a week and a half, because I am going to go back to Path of Exile, because the season drops next week. So I don't know how far I'm going to get. I have started collecting keys, so maybe. I mean, I could probably do it with a Javazon, right? Do you run Ubers with a Javazon, or do I need a respec for it?
Not even death can save you from me.
I am overburdened.
Oh, is it tomorrow? I remembered that there was going to be one, but I couldn't remember when it was going to be. So it's actually tomorrow? Okay, I'm definitely have to check that out. Because they're going to give us all the, well, not all, but some nitty gritty on what's actually going to be in the update, or the update. Man, there was a lot of drops that run. Ethereal. Huh. Definitely have to see what that's all about. For some reason, I thought it was like the first of next week when they were going to do the dev talk. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Jerry. There's probably going to be a lot of info dropped on it for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to go eat. It's actually 10 after 6 already. I'm getting kind of hungry. All right, guys, I'll be on Friday. I'll still be playing this on Friday. I'm just debating whether I don't know what to do with this character. I got it 50% built, maybe. 1, 2, 3. Not necessarily. I usually run laying of hands here. I think so. I don't have any +2. I don't have any 220s yet. Kind of hunting the T-Gods for the belt. What's necessarily end-game armor? I really enjoy the hustle, but what's the end-game armor slot here? That I don't know. Hustle's a lot of fun. Just the extra run walk's really nice. And get some traps here. I think I'm okay, rings. I need a amulet here. Enigma? Yeah. So we got a little ways. I'll probably keep running this. Alright, boys. I'm gonna go eat. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Conversation's fun as always.